Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I really wanted to do a chit chat with my girl Lasiah because I have this podcast set up in my apartment here in Dubai, and I figured why not actually just like film a video like this. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. And yeah, I feel like this is the best way for you guys to get to know me more. Yeah, just, be real, authentic, and raw with you guys and just share some experiences. And yeah, so Sal's gonna ask me questions, by the way. He's in the background, my business partner. So
All
let's
right.
get started.
Hey.
How are you guys feeling?
Excited.
I'm so excited. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're gonna keep it raw and really answer
Raw
some
and
good
real.
questions. So let's just start it off with how did you guys even meet? How did you even find Jackie Lasiah?
How did I find Jackie? It was 4 years ago this year. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I saw her videos pop up a couple times, and she was showing herself like traveling, like making all this like money online, and she was just like living the life. I was literally journaling about manifesting every single day, like how I envisioned me living my life, and it was just super interesting. So I didn't know what she did. I followed her on Instagram. I sent her a DM, didn't even think she was going to get back to me. A couple days later she did, and then we scheduled a phone call, like a Zoom call. We got on a call with her and Sal, and they basically told me that they sell on Amazon and that they could teach me too. And by the end of that call, I was ready. I invested into it. I was like, I am ready to change my freaking life.
Yeah, I remember that you were just like, you didn't even hesitate. She's like,
No.
I'm in. I
used my stimulus check that we got like from COVID to invest in this program. I was like, it's gonna go somewhere. I put it all towards that.
So at least you invested it into something. Too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good investment for sure.
That's so funny. I didn't even know that. You never shared that with me. No
I
way.
did.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Other
crazy.
people went out and like partied with it, or like
went to the bar,
went
their
shopping.
local bar,
No.
got drunk. Lasiah invested into a business.
Yeah, a high ticket skill set. Best thing,
So
honestly.
that was 4 years ago. Since then, you guys have literally traveled the whole world together. What's the best
Crazy.
experience that you guys have had traveling together, Jackie?
Okay, well, first off, we've gone to Barcelona. We had a European summer.
Like 2
summers
years ago.
We went to London. We went to Ibiza. We went to Dubai a few times. Bali. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but London. I think the best. That's hard. That's so hard, honestly. I feel like I've had the most fun with her in Bali. I think.
Yeah.
We just got like in Bali. It's such a different vibe from Dubai. Like in Bali, I just feel way more free. Here in Dubai, it's so nice. It's so luxurious. We do like all the bougie stuff. And it's so nice. But I think in Bali, I just felt the most free. And me and Lasiah.
Yeah, just hop on a Gojek and go to the beach,
Gojek,
go to a cafe, go to the gym.
Beach, have some drinks. Like we've had so much fun in Bali. Like I just keep remembering like Sal's birthday. Rented those really beautiful villas.
Yeah.
We had parties at those villas and they were kind of insane.
This time last year, it was my first time in Bali with you.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God. That was a time.
Yeah,
I went because I was going through like a breakup with my ex.
Yeah. It was new Jackie.
It was like a new version of me. It was
healing.
Unleashed.
You're in your healing era.
It was my healing era. But I was like, let's party. Finally, my girl's here. Let's get crazy.
So much fun. And then I ended up going back like 6 months later for Sal's birthday.
Yeah.
That was a crazy experience too.
Yeah.
So Lasiah, you started off taking Jackie's program, learning from her. When did it click and you guys just became friends instead of students?
That's a good question.
Well, when I joined the program, like you guys hosted Zoom calls like every week, and I would attend them. I would really engage in them, ask questions, and always like communicate with you guys because I had so many questions. And you guys were super helpful. And I took that serious. Like I watched those courses like every single day after work, wrote so many notes. And I think you guys could tell like I was like serious about like learning and growing. And we just always just stay in contact like on Instagram. And then one day you were like, come to Dubai and come see me.
I don't remember how that conversation even began. Like how did I say come to Dubai?
I don't know.
What?
It was Tulum and it got canceled.
Oh yeah.
But why was she gonna come to us again?
Because we were just gonna meet. Like,
I think you were just like, but what? How did that introduction even come about? Because I know we were like always like talking, of course, in the community and everything. But how did that even conversation come about? Like, come to Tulum?
Because that's what you did when you first launched, and she's like, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Did you initiate that?
I think you told me like you were traveling, and I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna like not re-sign my lease, and like I'm gonna come travel with you guys.
That's kind of wild. I want to know why, because it's kind of wild. Yeah, I just remember her like, I was like, come to Dubai, because we were supposed to do Tulum, and then we're like, I'm going to Dubai instead. Come to Dubai, and she like lived with me. We were like strangers, but like not strangers. The first time we met, and she was like moving into my apartment for like a month. Picked up
3 months.
3 months.
It was 3 months.
3 months. And we just did everything together. And she was like learning alongside me how to, you know, launch her brand correctly. And
I was already in the process of launching it. I was just waiting for the shipment to hit Amazon, and it was just delayed. So I was like, I'm gonna stay in Dubai and learn some more and just get to know you.
Yeah, it was like an in-person mentorship, but we also became really close during that time. Yeah.
All right, before we get into business stuff, we're gonna do a quick fire round. Who's more of the lover girl?
That's the crazy question.
Who's more of the lover girl self?
Right now, Lasiah.
I feel like I'm a lover girl too, but I don't.
I show it more.
I don't think I've ever really been like a true lover girl, ever.
I love everyone.
Who's more likely to go broke on designer?
For me. I have like the worst spending habits.
I haven't purchased my.
I don't really buy designer though anymore. I like a gifted here and there, but I don't really buy.
We accept gifts. We're not gonna waste our money in that.
Like unless I really like the product, I will. But more like essentials. Like I feel like, oh, I would wear this like every day and I need it for sure. Like something timeless for sure. But yeah.
Who's more likely to get married first?
Lasiah.
No.
Lasiah, you think
you're older than me?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? I love the idea of marriage, but I've never been that girl who's like, I can't wait to get married or have kids and buy a house. Like nothing bad to say about that. There's nothing bad about that. But I've just never been like, oh, I can't wait to get married. Like I don't really care to rush marriage or like there's so many things I want to do before that.
Who's more likely to call their mom crying about something?
Neither.
That's a messed up question, Sal.
He asked that on purpose because we don't have moms.
Okay, I have.
Well, she has a mom. She has a mom, but
yeah,
and I don't have a mom. My mom abandoned me.
Long story.
This is so crazy, guys. So me and Lasiah also bonded over the fact that like we had our moms are from Nebraska. Like how crazy, in the middle of nowhere.
Both of our moms.
And like, yeah, both of our moms are there. And it's just wild.
We found out that we have so much more in common, like from like our childhood and our past. And that just like sparked things up more.
Yep.
We're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not the only fucked up one.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have been traveling, having a lot of fun and everything. Now, let's talk about the business real quick. What's the reality of being an entrepreneur? You've been doing it for like 4 years, Lasiah. Jackie, almost like 6 years now. You both started literally as like 9 to 5, broke, and then now you're traveling everywhere. What's the reality behind it?
For sure that it's not as pretty as it may seem. I struggle a lot with my mental health. I think I don't ever talk about this, but it's a mental battle all the time because there are so many highs, there are so many lows in business. And I feel like, I never really talk about the struggles, but yeah, I go through a lot of struggles every single day because business isn't always like what it seems. And it's always a lot. I don't go to bed not thinking about business. Like there's always something I'm eager to do in the morning. Like there's never been a day since I started my business where I haven't thought about my business except for Selves' birthday week, which was like 2 weeks of madness, crazy. But those are the first 2 weeks in the 6 years of doing business that I just completely like let go and didn't think of it. So yeah, that's something that you have to prepare yourselves for if you want to build something big one day, is that you're constantly gonna have ideas. You're gonna always have something to do, but that's why it's so important to pour into yourself and take care of yourself. And that's why I don't care about spending an hour and a half at the gym every single day, because that helps my mentality. And I'm just like, that's like the struggles. It's every day there's something, there's an issue. And yeah.
Lasiah, what's something you learned from Jackie that changed the game for you?
Something I learned from Jackie. She's put me on a lot of game.
Like I sure have.
All of it.
With
guys. Apart from guys.
Everything.
Definitely she's taught me to just to think think bigger.
Mm.
Think bigger than what I'm used to thinking, you know, just continue to go after my goals. Like if you want something in life, go and get it. Like anything is possible. You just have to keep going and show up every single day. And you show up every single day. Like she's always going to the gym, getting dressed, putting her makeup on, just feeling so good, because when you do that, like when you feel good and look good,
You do good.
Yeah, you do good.
Show up good for everyone around you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
True. Thank you.
Jackie,
Sweet.
if you had to give your younger self one piece of advice, go back to 19 years old. What would you tell her?
Ooh, I would tell her to just start. Like that's my biggest regret is just not starting my online business earlier. I would have become a millionaire by 21. Yeah, I think it's just not starting sooner because nobody around me really like did anything like this. But one thing I did do that I am proud to say is when I was younger, I always put myself in situations where I was around wealthy people. And sometimes those situations were not the best for me in the long run, but I got to be around wealthy people, experience things that a lot of people my age wouldn't have probably experienced, which one day, hopefully, I'll feel comfortable enough to share because yeah, I feel like one thing I wanted to do for so long that I've been kind of like shy about is story times. Because a lot of people don't know like my life before too much.
You have a lot of depth to you.
I have a lot of. I feel like I lived a lot of different lives.
Yeah.
Which I will share soon. But yeah.
Lasiah, if you went back to 19, what would you tell her?
What would I tell her? I would tell her I'm proud of her because when I was 19, I moved out of my a little town in Nebraska to San Diego, like all by myself.
Yes.
Had no family, no friends there. And I would just give her a big hug and tell her everything's going to work out. Because it did. It did.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That Lasiah literally like moved from the middle of nowhere to San Diego knowing nobody.
No one. I just knew that I wanted something different. I knew I could only like attain that life if I got out of my environment and got out of my comfort zone.
That is something that you should be proud of. I'm so proud of you because when I look back at when I was 19, I always wanted to do that. I wanted to move out of the Bay Area because I felt like I never belonged there and I didn't really like living there. But I was too afraid to do it by myself. At 19, it's still like you're an adult, but you're still so young. You're still a baby. Like I think back to that, I'm like, I would have never had the freaking balls to move to a whole different new environment.
All right, Lasiah, what's one thing about Jackie that people don't know, but they should know?
Oh my God.
One thing they don't know, but they should know. I don't want to put everything out there.
You can share, feel free. I'm like, I give you permission. No, honestly.
Just anything. That, okay, you see her living some like luxurious, exciting, fun life, but you guys don't really know like everything that like she puts up with, like not puts up with, but like everything you do in the back end every single day. Like she is showing up every single day. She's constantly working in her business, taking calls. You're constantly learning and investing in your mindset. Like every day, no matter what you're doing, if you're not on a phone call, like you're listening to a podcast, you're listening to something that like just inspires you and like, you know, like changes your brain, changes your mindset. So she's a disciplined queen. She is always going after her goals and it's inspiring me every single day. That's why I'm just so excited and I'm just so grateful that I've been with you the past couple months. And
yeah, we haven't spent a day apart in the last, 2.5 months?
2.5 months we've been together.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because like normally I can't really be around people for that long. I love my own company like more than anything, but with Lasiah it's different. So I'm grateful for you too.
So she goes to all these bougie cafes, but she has done so much in her life to like earn that.
Thank you, babe.
Okay, Jackie, Lasiah being one of your only friends, maybe the only friend you have, what's something you would like to say to her that you haven't said to her?
Oh, well, I just said it to her, but that I'm so proud of her and especially proud of you right now that you have really gotten out of your comfort zone. Lasiah's kind of going through like a quantum leap where she's shedding old layers of herself. Where were we? Okay, yeah, I was saying how, I'm just so proud of her because she's trying different things now and just really, I can see that she's just really becoming like the best version of herself.
Thank you.
Yeah. Which I tell you, I tell her this like all the time, by the way.
Yes.
But
you're always cheering me on and I'm always cheering you on.
Yeah.
All right, enough with the emotional talk. Where do you guys see yourselves 5 years from now, Jackie?
Ooh, definitely being smarter about investment. Could have bought a few houses if I was smart enough younger. So Yeah, I think definitely just making smarter investments. Hopefully in 5 years, maybe having a baby. Yeah, I would love to have at least one baby by that time. Yeah, having a really just loving partner. Hopefully it's with the partner that I'm with right now. Definitely having more passion businesses. And yeah, those are like the three things. It's just like having and just being healthy and um, buying properties for my dad as well, and making staying hot, pretty, and being rich as fuck. Like just continuing that, but 10 times that.
Yeah.
Getting hotter and better.
Yeah, exactly. In 5 years, I'll probably be in my early 30s. I want to be just the best version of myself, and I definitely want to start some type of like passion business, because right now I just do like freelancing for like marketing and sales, but like I want to have my own like some type of agency, or like even a passion project, like launching some type of product online again, doing something like that.
Something that, like a passion product.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Same. Still to this day, I
yeah.
don't. Well, there's products that like I've launched that I'm a little bit more like that I really actually do like the cosmetic stuff, but I feel like I haven't really launched something that I'm like so passionate about.
Yes.
I have all the ideas.
Yes.
It's just like it's just other things that I have to sort first. I agree.
All right, if this is the last podcast session you've ever had, what's the last thing you would like to give out to all the girls watching this?
I mean, I'm a testament to anybody watching this. Like, I grew up with nothing. If you feel really lost right now and you feel depressed, stuck, maybe you just don't see a way out of your situation, maybe you're even like suicidal. God forbid, I hope no one feels that. But I felt this way right before I started my business. And I want you to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, even if you are like just feeling so low. And it really just comes down to if you feel like you're deserving of this. For me personally, I always knew that I was gonna live the life that I live today. I knew it for certain. And I was gonna make it happen, whatever way I could make it happen. And by the grace of God, I went all in and I said, I'm gonna actually start my business and I'm not gonna rely on a man, and I've made this happen for myself. So yeah, to any girl, young girl listening to this, if you're in that position right now, just know that you can make it happen for you. And it is totally possible, especially nowadays. Oh my gosh, with AI, things are so different now. So you really do have you really have a better opportunity to even make that your reality.
What is the question again?
Like to say to everybody watching?
Definitely that if you're feeling stuck, like your current reality and circumstances, what you're faced with is not going to define like your future, especially if you're showing up every day, you're taking the aligned action, and most importantly, like you're believing in yourself.
Yep.
With your goals and everything you want to accomplish. So
good.
Go after it, girl.
All right, let's go to Dubai Mall.